Hello there. We're only a few days into the new month, but already some spots in eastern England have seen more than half their average January rainfall, and there's potentially more wet weather to come too in the forecast before things tend to settle down into the weekend and it will turn drier. But plenty of flood alerts, flood warnings still in place. Keep up to date with those on the BBC Weather website and of course on your local BBC radio station too. And then as we head through the weekend, the high pressure starts to build in. It will become quite firmly established across the UK and should stick around into next week. But of course, as the jet stream dips southwards, we're also going to be drawing in much colder feeling air. So there will be a drop in temperature. So feeling colder, turning dry though with some frost and fog through the mornings. Bye-bye for now.
They'll be singing a little later on in the programme.
So's Matt. Matt's going to be singing the weather for us this morning. Morning.
No. Sorry, nobody needs that this time in the morning.
I don't know. I think you've got a lovely voice, haven't you?
No, probably not. Anyway, very good morning to both. Morning as well. A couple of things that I've noted this morning. It's a bit chillier out there if you're about to head out the door. But there's still some rain in the forecast, and particularly later on across the south, some heavy and persistent rain again could cause some issues with minor flooding across the country. Could be a touch of frost to take us into tomorrow morning. Fewer showers around tomorrow, but the emphasis is continuing to be on much drier weather as we head towards the weekend and beyond. But it'll be chilly by night and some mist and fog in the mornings too.
You said it with... It sounded like a song when you told us anyway. It's just, very lyrical.
Just the sunshine, isn't it? Lifts everybody.
Thanks, Matt. See you later.
Good morning. After clear skies last night, it is quite a chilly start this morning. A bright start with a little bit of sunshine, but gradually that cloud is going to increase.
I'm not going to use the word excitement for these pictures because after Storm Hank and after weeks, it feels, of rain, there are still so many problems around the UK in terms of flooding and swollen rivers.
Indeed, the impacts will still keep going for a while. Dry weather is within our grasp. Not quite there yet, but let me just show you some of the footage from Leamington Spa during yesterday. You can just see how swollen the rivers are. There's been flooding quite extensively across parts of the Midlands, parts of South East Wales and the southwest of England especially, but travel anywhere, especially across England, you'll see those flooded fields as you go along. And there's still over 270 flood warnings in force at the moment, mainly across parts of northern England, the Midlands, down towards the southwest. All the latest details are on the BBC Weather website. And if you're on the move, BBC Local Radio will keep you up to date with any road closures or any travel impacts because of that. And there's more rain to come today. Now, the worst of the rain is likely to be towards the south and the east, where there's not as many flood warnings in force. But you can see how during the next 24 hours, those deeper blue colours develop. This is where we could see as much as 50 millimetres of rain in one or two spots. So it's these areas where we'll see river levels rise through today and into tomorrow. But further north and west, we should start to see them drop in some areas, at least a little bit. Through the weekend and into the start of next week, high pressure generally means drier conditions. And whilst there'll be still one or two showers, not being 100% dry, more of you will see a bit of sunshine at times, but some morning mist, fog and a little bit of frost too. Back to you both.
Good morning. That's such a beautiful picture. Morning to you.
Tempting you with what's to come, maybe.
Bit of sunshine on
There's a bit of sunshine out there this morning, actually.
It's
not
drying out, isn't it?
Some. Yeah, but it's coming, but not quite yet, as I will show you. But out there this morning, a bit of sunshine for some of you. It's a chillier start out there. Two things of note. The temperatures are lower than they have been through recent mornings, but later on, there's more heavy rain to come, particularly across the south later. Overnight tonight, more showers will push its way in. That rain continues to slide into some other eastern counties of England, with the winds remaining strong through the English Channel throughout the night. And in the clear skies in between the two, well, temperatures low enough for a touch of frost around. So a colder start to tomorrow. Some pretty cold mornings ahead, but after Friday, fewer in the way of showers. Most places will be dry with some mist and fog, and that gives the rivers a crucial chance to start to fall once again because it has been particularly wet of late. Let me just show you the rainfall totals so far this month. Of note, Cranwell, Nottingham, we've seen close to a month's worth of rainfall in just the first 3 days, and that's why at the moment we've got over 270 flood warnings across the UK.
I know we've had a lot of rain, OK? And I know you're going to tell us we're going to have some more rain,
yes.
OK? But can you tell us something else that's happening other than rain?
I can, because so far this month it's been, for most of the UK, very mild, hasn't it? Temperatures doesn't really feel like January, except for the relentless rainfall, but exceptional and incredible cold is not that far away. Let me just show you these pictures from Scandinavia. This was Helsinki just yesterday. It even looks bitterly cold in the imagery here. It's been repeated across much of Scandinavia, heavy snow. This was Sweden as well. And in Sweden, we saw the coldest night since 1999. Temperatures in parts of northern Sweden yesterday morning dropped as low as -44 Celsius. Hard to imagine, isn't it? But it's worth mentioning, before the year 2000, that sort of temperature used to happen every other year, but it's the first time we've seen temperatures below 40 Celsius since the turn of the century. And the bitterly cold air stays in place today. Oslo and parts of Finland, about 20 degrees below average. These are the max temperatures today, not the minimum ones, not getting above -18 in Oslo as we go through into tomorrow as well. That cold air is locked in place at the moment by an area of high pressure. It's going to move a little bit and distribute that cold air a little bit more this weekend. But for the time being, elsewhere across Europe, it's very mild for the time of year, and low pressure means areas of rain. One such pushing back towards our shores through today.
Well, I hear that you've got a beautiful sunrise from this morning.
Indeed, yes, last half hour. There will be more sunshine in the days ahead, but there already is some out there this morning. Hello, very good morning to you. This was a scene in Wiltshire just a short while ago. A bit chillier out there, though, at around 4 or 5 degrees. But don't be fooled, because that will be replaced by darker clouds later. There is more rain to come today, more especially across some southern parts.